Quincy Blue Devils out of Adams County.
They're trying to become another unbeaten state champion.
This is a moment those Quincy fans have been waiting for a long time. And they're here in number in the Assembly Hall at Champaign-Urbana for the game for the championship between Quincy and Proviso East.
The ball in the air, that's it. It's all over. Quincy is the state champion.
There's been great teams, there's been other great players, but nothing like what that team brought to the table and the excitement.
Down low with Payne, and Dennis Douglas roams through the middle. Bruce Douglas to Payne!
That year of 1981 was just a dream year. They never lost a game. They just had that extra.
This is not normal. This is not a normal high school basketball team. What you're seeing here is absolute pure greatness. This is greatness.
You better be in somebody's will to get a ticket here in this gym. I look at it as an era of just amazing basketball. I have such vivid memories of the excitement, but these guys were on a whole different playing field.
Lay it up and stop.
These guys were very, very disciplined, self-disciplined, and disciplined by the coach.
It started with the coaching staff. They were so organized.
Jerry Leggett was a fabulous coach. Mike Hellenthal, I think, was a real glue to the team as well.
Sometime about mid-season, they were just beating the pants off everybody.
There was no doubt we were going to win. It was just by how many points.
And my job as play-by-play announcer was to try to make it exciting enough that people would still stay with you during the broadcast because they all knew they were going to win anyway.
They were so good that I knew that the records they were setting were going to last a long, long time. They could execute anything. It just seemed like Coach could tell them what to do. No matter what it was, they could do it.
And then when they became rated #1 in the country, a lot of pressure on that team.
Once you have an undefeated team, everybody's out to get you. We've been a long time since 1934, but we have the manpower to do it.
So we would get calls from reporters from the Washington Post, Los Angeles Times. We've heard about this high school team here. Is this team this good? And you would tell them, yes, they are, and you can pick the best high school team you got in LA right now, and we will beat you.
When we hit the postseason, there was no doubt we were going to Champaign.
We have to go to state every once in a while to remind the rest of the state where the center of high school basketball is and where the most and best basketball fans are, and that's why we had to go to state this year.
If you don't think there's an emotion here tonight, there's an absolute sea of blue up behind us.
Assembly Hall was it was Blue Devil home court. There was no doubt about it.
It was just packed. And the crowd, the noise, the level of excitement was just through the roof.
When you were in Assembly Hall, it was amazing. I was so proud to be a part of Quincy and the community. It was just amazing.
And now let's meet the Blue Devils of Quincy High School. A perfect record of 32 wins and no losses.
When we started off in that game, it was just like, okay, we've got this.
To Mike Payne. Payne leads inside to Dennis Douglas, and he got his bump and turned and scored.
Going to Champaign, winning 3 games by an average of 33 points a game. I mean, that's unheard of.
Sims starting in place of Ashford. Here comes Dennis Douglas thundering in.
Just the roar of the crowd that last 2 minutes when they realized it was going to happen. Kind of looking at it saying, oh my God, oh my gosh.
The noise continued, it seemed like forever.
The ball in the air, that's it, it's all over. Quincy is the state champion. The state tournament is a memory that will live forever. It will and it should for Quincy, the state champions in 1981. The Blue Devils, the 10th undefeated state champion, 33-0 on the season. Jerry Leggett's team will go down as one of the all-time best in the Assembly Hall.
Everybody was pulling for the Blue Devils to win. It was a long time to go without state championships, and they pulled it off.
The ride home was absolutely, the one word to explain it, ecstatic. When we got to the shopping mall, the whole town of Quincy was there.
This whole city just encompassed this team, and not only the city, but the area as well.
You don't realize it at the time, but you reflect back and you see how much it brought this community together.
It gave Quincy a lift too, the whole town. I never saw anything like it.
Quincy has always had wonderful community support. Wasn't just 81, and we always could count on that.
Look around Blue Devil Gym and see the records and see the names. And I know the coaches, try and instill what these guys from the past meant to these guys in the future and growing up to be a Blue Devil.
This will go on forever and ever and ever in the history of Blue Devil basketball, and it deserves to.